Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Big Texan. This is the part where Big Texan collects, and I'm coming to you with my Black Friday haul. Actually not. I wasn't able to get anything for Black Friday. You know, WWE said that these are going to be on the shelves on Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Well, my Targets opened up at 6. I got there at 5:30 to make sure I was pretty close to the first couple that went in. And my first Target had nothing. Not a single one on the shelf. Not even a tag where it was supposed to be. I did talk to the people there, and they said they didn't get any, that they weren't a big enough Target. So I went to my other Target right afterwards, and they had none as well. And I've been finding out on the internet that it looks like a lot of Targets did not stock these. So I got lucky because the last couple weeks I was pre-ordering them. I pre-ordered a Dusty, got him in. He was the first one I got in. Then a couple days later, Logan Paul popped up, so I was able to pre-order him. I had a friend sell me his pre-order Hulk Hogan. And then about 3 days ago, all of them popped up on Target, and I was able to order another Logan Paul, 2 John Cenas, and another Hogan, and a Dusty. So technically I got 2 of each, and I am going to open up 2 of them right now because I want to compare them. I want to compare them to the original LJNs, and I want to compare Dusty to the big rubber guy, Dusty Rhodes. So let's get to it. So I had to double check my Hogans just to make sure this was the one. I mean, they're in both pretty good condition, but this one has like a little tear here, and I had to fix part of the bubble down below. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to open up. And I know some people are saying, why are you opening them? Well, I need to compare these guys. I need to find out how they are. You know, I watch other people on other channels open theirs up and talk about it, but I need to see how they are for myself. Now, Black Friday, today, I wanted to be able to pick one up off the shelf and relive the childhood, because these are about 40 years old, the LJN line, and not to say my age, but I'm over 40, so these are the ones that I had as a kid. So this is the new Hulk Hogan. This is the original LJN. Now, all the LJNs had trouble standing, and looks like this one will too. Maybe, yeah. Okay, well, okay, so a couple different things. A lot of people are saying that this Hogan is coming in like 2 different skin tones, like one's a dark skin tone, one's a lighter skin tone. This is the original LJN, and just comparing them to the one I got, it looks like this must be the lighter skin tone. And I'm pretty much sure that this is the same one. It's about the same skin tone. And let's see here, on every Hogan there is a scratch right across his breastplate too. This one's got it too, and you just seen me open this one. But when it comes to movability, and it might be just because this is 40 years old, but this is definitely more rubbery and squeegeous. I just made that word up. But this is more sturdy. Of course, they made that one to be able to stand on its own. So it does look pretty cool to have a new LJN and compare them to the old one. I do agree with some other YouTubers that they missed the number. They should have put Hulkster on the top there on his bandana. This is my actual childhood one. It's actually pretty clean. Of course, it's missing some paint, but it's going to be cool to have one standing right next to it of the new style. There we go. Both standing up right now. Now, I done lost the belt a long time ago, so it was kind of cool to have a new belt. Look at that. That belt looks so cool. All the little name plates. Of course, it's not that detailed. It's got names on it. But awesome to have a new belt. Awesome to have a new WWE LJN Superstar, Hulk Hogan. And I gotta say, I mean, they look identical except for the skin tones. And of course, the old one with the rubber loss or paint loss. I do like the skin tone on my original one compared to this one, though. And maybe that's why they have ones that have a better tan, I guess. But who would have thought, 40 years in the making, we have new LJNs that we can buy. And, you know, after the LJNs, I've been buying the big rubber guys. I've been buying some Latuni. Matter of fact, I got one of the axes coming here pretty soon, just to carry on the big rubber guys. But speaking of the big rubber guys, here's my Dusty. I'm just going to throw out my Macho Man, because you can't have Hulk Hogan without a Macho Man. But, so these are big rubber guys. As you can see, they are the same height. They just look like they belong in the same collection. Look at that. They match so well. All right, let's get, oh, you know what? Let's get this poster out. Let's move these to the side here real quick. Here's another thing. There's, besides the skin tone, evidently there's light blue and dark blue on the packages besides the black ones. And then there's supposed to be 3 different types of posters. How cool is that? WWE Superstars Hulk Hogan. The classic LJN. Awesome. USA #1 Hulkamania. So cool. I'm going to have to, I'm sure you guys seen them online where you can buy the binders just for the posters. I'm going to have to buy me one of those binders just to put all the old posters in that I have, and then put the new posters in. All right, let's set that to the side. We'll move the Hogans out of the way. We'll keep this Dusty Rhodes out. And let's dig into this new one. Trying to do it a different way than I did the Hogan. I just don't want to cut my Dusty. I don't know if I'm going to keep these packages or not. Probably not that Hogan. I tore that Hogan one up. All right. I'm going to get the Dusty out. All right. Now, if you've been watching the channel, and if you've been watching my podcast that I do, the Squared Ring podcast, you know, growing up, I was a WWF kid. I was not really an NWA, WCW until I actually started getting into the business. And once you get in the business, then you realize WWE was made for kids, and WCW and NWA were made for workers and people that really loved the business that way. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but when you are a wrestler, you really like watching not necessarily a scientific match, but a match that you could tell they're working Where the WWE back then, when I was a kid, you know, that was entertainment. That was for kids. All right, so here's the two Dusties. Big Rubber Guy, LJN. I don't know. I do like the Big Rubber Guy's face on Dusty a lot better than this one. But this is the Dusty Rhodes that I grew up with, the polka dots. Even though, you know, everyone heard the rumors that this was their way of getting back at Dusty. Because supposedly Dusty was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan. You know, they came after, Vince McMahon Jr. came after Dusty and wanted him to be the champion. And I guess Dusty at the time was nervous about being the guy. And that's when he went and got Hogan from the AWA. But, so Dusty went back to NWA/WCW, eventually made his way back up to WWE or F, and that's when they put him in polka dots. You know, something that was like a rib could have been a rib to a lot of wrestlers, but Dusty made the polka dots work. So, very cool. I think they really just made his face a lot chunkier. I really like that version of Dusty's face a lot better. But, and Big Rubber Guys have yellow boots, Dusty as well. These boots look so damn similar. It's probably the same mold. They look that close. Of course, look, Big Rubber Guys is a little bit more detailed. They got the Rhodes, and they got most of it painted where LJN left a couple things unpainted. Very cool. So glad and so excited to be picking up LJNs in 2025. I'm not going to open up him because he's a black card, and I'm not going to open up John Cena. I'll just keep those mint on card, along with the other Hulk Hogan. And like I said, I do have another Dusty Rhodes that I'll keep that whole set mint. I just want to be able to display Dusty with the Big Rubber Guy and the new Hulk Hogan with my original Hulk Hogan. So before I let you go, let's take a crack at Dusty's poster. You know, of course, Dusty never had an LJN, so this is the first time Dusty's been in a poster like this. WWE Superstars, Dusty Rhodes, again, USA #1, WrestleMania instead of Hulkamania, the main event. It's so very cool. Definitely going to have to get that binder and get these to where they can be displayed properly. I have a lot of the original LJN posters, and due to me being a wrestler and being able to meet the legends and my heroes from back in the day, one thing I've had them do is sign their posters. So hanging out with Cowboy Bob Orton and Haku, getting them to sign their posters. Being able to wrestle Greg the Hammer Valentine, I was able to get him to sign his poster. But how cool is this now? If you got lucky at Target today, you know, God bless you, but I didn't. I'm just lucky that I was able to get some pre-order magic going and was able to buy one from a friend. But I got mine. Hopefully you get yours. If you like this kind of stuff, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. You know, I've barely got over 1,000 subscribers, so anything you do will help me out. If you leave me a comment, I always try to get back to everyone. That's one thing. I look at my comments, I read them, and I try to apply it to every one of them. Unless you're being a little rude, but then I'll just take the comment off. But thank you guys for tuning in. You have a good night, and hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. See ya.